Okay, so for the very first step in gridding out our portraits is we want to make sure we have the ruler nice and lined up parallel on the paper, nice and flat. And we also want to recognize that in every single one of our gridded portraits that you guys created in Art Tutor, we all have 5 columns, meaning we all have 5 columns going up and down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 8.5 and we're going to divide that by 5. Okay? Because 8.5 inches across, and we're dividing it by 5 because we want 5 equal columns. And that gives us 1.7. And now what we're gonna do is kind of just like a cutting corners type thing for the sake of online learning is we are going to measure out 1.5 inches. So if you can see on my ruler, we have 1 inch, and then that middle line right between 1 and 2, that's 1.5, so 1.5 inches. So we're gonna lay it flat on our paper, and we're gonna make a tick mark. I always like to just slide my ruler. I don't try to add it because sometimes I mess it up that way, and this just is usually a little bit more accurate. And so you'll notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal columns, and we're actually going to be cropping off that little tail piece right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to slide all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to repeat that process. And we want to try to get it as close to the top as possible so that when we connect the dots, they are straight lines. And boom. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go ahead and take our ruler, and all we're going to do is connect them. Please take more time than I'm taking right now. I'm just going quick for the sake of this video. You want to make sure they line up. And the last one. And like I said, this little tail piece is going to get cut off, so just pretend that is not there. And we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal columns. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, since we already tackled the columns, we're gonna tackle the rows now. And so a lot of you guys picked anywhere between 4 and 9 rows, depending on how you chose to grid out your portrait. We're gonna do it based on 6, and then your portrait might either have a little bit of extra space that you can add background into, or you're gonna have to crop the image just a little bit. So this is gonna be another online learning cutting corner since I'm not with you guys. I will also show you how to do it the other way where we're actually looking at the measurements, but this is how we're gonna do it for right now. So we're gonna take our paper and we're gonna fold it like we're gonna fold an envelope as if it were going into the mail. And you wanna try to get it as close to you can. So both flaps, you wanna be as equal as possible so that when you fold, it's pretty even. And what you'll notice is that just made 3 rows. And to make 6, all we're gonna do is fold it one more time in half, equal and as even as possible. Fold it. And then when you unfold it, there you go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you are going to take your pencil, because we are gonna be flattening these, and you're going to be just drawing in your lines. Don't use marker. I'm just using marker so it's easier for you guys to see. But you do want to draw a bit lightly so that you can erase them when it is time. So now you have your 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your 6 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.